What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Workers TCG. Today we have a Gallantmon Deck Profile. So this one's going to be a little different than the one I posted some time ago. The last one I posted was X Antibody. This one is more focused around milling and using some of those support cards to mill your opponent out and then finish them off by trashing a lot of security cards. So let's get right into it. For the Digi-Egg, I'm still going to end up using the same Digimon. It's a Digimon from EX2. It has one attacking once per turn. If this Digimon has Guilmon, Grammon, or Gallantmon in its name, draw one. So this is always a solid option because this is going to allow you to get extra cards in your hand, finding some of the pieces that you need. You definitely can run the Digimon that allows you to delete, add 1000 DP to deletion effects, or the Digimon that allows you to get an extra 1000 DP. I just think this one's going to be the most useful out of all of them. So I run this at 4 and no other Digi-Egg. And now starting with the rookies, we're going to go ahead and run 4 of the best searcher for this deck. It's the Guilmon from EX2. It has the on-play effect of reveal the top 4 cards of your deck, add 1 card with Grammon or Gallantmon in its name, and 1 Takato among them to your hand. Place the rest of the bottom of your deck in any order. So this allows you to find any of your level 4s, all of your level 5s, and every single one of your level 6 and even your level 7s. So this is great for finding some of the missing pieces you might have, either trying to go up into your line or just trying to find your mega that you want to go into. So definitely a great searcher. You want to be running 4 of these. This is the most important one. And then before I forget, the inheritable effect, it has when attacking once per turn. If this Digimon has Grammon or Gallantmon in its name, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 3000 DP or less. So if your opponent has some floodgates that may be affecting you and you do have a Digimon out on the field with this in the inheritable, swinging with that is going to pop any of their lower level Digimon. So almost all of their level 3s, even some of their level 4s are going to be able to be deleted with this effect. So definitely not a bad effect. But we run 4 of this mainly for its searching power. Then onto the next Guilmon that we run. It's going to be the Guilmon from BT12. It also has a on-play, reveal the top 4 cards of your deck, except this time it only adds the Takatos among them to your hand, and then you're going to place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. So finding your Takatos is really important. The searching isn't as good as the other one since you can only add Tamers with this. But if you are missing one of your Tamers, slapping this down on the field is going to allow you to search through your deck, finding at least one of them, either the Blitz one or your Memory Setter, to really help you throughout the rest of the game. But I do run this more importantly for its second effect. It has your turn while this Digimon has Grammon or Gallantmon in its name, it gets plus 2000 DP. So a lot of our top end has a little trouble getting extra DP, so our Tamers don't give us any extra DP. So this helps us swing over our opponent's Digimon, especially their large body. So that's why I run it at 4. And again, it's good to have a lot of searchers in your deck to really find what you're looking for. Now the next Guilmon is going to be the Guilmon from the starter deck. It has your turn. If your opponent has a level 6 or higher Digimon in play, this Digimon can Digivolve into a Gallantmon in your hand for a memory cost of 4, ignoring its Digivolution requirements. So this just allows you to warp Digivolve into any of your Gallantmons. And so if you are falling behind, if your Mega gets deleted and your opponent has a Mega out on the field, you're able to just go into one of your Gallantmon, hopefully either raiding into them or just popping them with one of the effects of your other Gallantmon. And it also has a great inheritable of your turn once per turn. When opponent's Digimon is deleted, trigger draw 1. So you do tend to delete, you do tend to focus a lot on deleting your opponent's Digimon, whether by swinging into them or by effect. So that effect really helps getting that extra draw, finding more and more cards in your hand, finding the pieces that you need. But that's why we run this at 3. And then onto the final rookie, it's going to be Guilmon from EX4. So I was running this at 4, but you really don't need it at 4. 3 is a really good number to run this at. So first of all, it Digivolves 0 on top of Digimon. So I know it has the level Digivolving on top of a level 2, costs 1 for red or purple, but since we do run Digimon, you don't have to worry about that. Then it also has the on play. If the total number of cards in both players' trash is 20 or more, this Digimon gains rush for the turn. So if it is nearing the end of the game and you swing with your Mega, they have no more securities, they somehow manage to either block or stop your final swing, you can go ahead and throw this out if you have 3 memory and then swing for game. So sort of a, you know, hybrid for game type thing. Great finisher, but since it doesn't have an inheritable, that's why I only run it at 3. I definitely don't think you need 4. Now onto the level 4s. I'm going to go ahead and run 4 of the black Growlmons from EX4. Digivolves 2 from a level 3 with Gallantmon in its name, so all of your level 3s are Gallantmon, so that you're just going to be digivolving for 2 over any of them. And then when digivolving, trash the top 2 cards of both players' decks. Then you may return 1 Gallantmon or 1 card with Growlmon or Gallantmon in its name from your trash to your hand. So this is very helpful since you do tend to trash a lot of cards throughout the course of one game. So if you do see a key piece that ends up in the trash, you can go ahead and digivolve it into this, trash some more cards, and then grab that 1 card that you need. Then it also has the inheritable effect of, on deletion, you may return 1 Gallantmon or card with Growlmon or Gallantmon its name from your trash to your hand. So same exact effect. So again, getting any piece that you may need out of the trash, you definitely want to be seeing this card, so you don't end up getting stuck either mid game or late game. And it does sometimes come in handy early game if you do end up trashing something that you're missing. So definitely a good card to be running. And now for the next level 4, I run 3 of the Growlmons from EX3. It digivolves 2 from a Gallantmon. So again, like previously mentioned, all of your level 3s are Gallantmon, so you're going to be digivolving 2 on top of all of them. And then also, this is supposed to say on digivolve, as opposed to on deletion. There is an errata. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 3000 DP or less, so this pops any of their lower levels. And then if no Digimon was deleted by this effect, both players trash the top 2 cards of their decks. So hopefully if you do go into this early, mid, or late game, you end up either trashing one of their lower important pieces, or you just end up milling out more cards, which is great for your end game. Then it has the inheritable when attacking once per turn. You may delete one of your other Digimon to have this Digimon gain security attack +1 for the turn. So you can get extra aggression out if you have another buddy out on the field. So this is just really good for that. But we mostly run this for the milling. And then the final level 4 that we run is the Growlmon from BT12. So it has 1 Digivolve. If you don't have a Takato in play, you may play 1 Takato from your hand without paying the cost. So great way to cheat out a Takato early game, especially if you don't get one out from a World Growlmon, which I'll be showing in a second. Pretty much the only reason that we play this, and also the inheritable of getting the extra 2000 DP, making your stack that much larger, being able to swing over your opponent's Digimon. So that's why we run it at 3. Now with the level 5s, as mentioned, the World Growlmon from EX3, it digivolves 3 from a level 4 that contains the name Growlmon, and then when digivolving, both players trash the top 3 cards of their decks. Then, if a player has 5 or more cards in their trash, you may play 1 Gallantmon or Takato from your hand or trash without paying its memory cost. So this used to be a little harder to get into if you didn't run any of the black Growlmons or the Growlmons that milled, but now that you do run so many of them that mill, this is a lot easier to achieve on your very first stack. So if you do end up having 5 cards in trash by the time you go into this, being able to play a Takato for free is going to set you up for the rest of the game. And also, if you don't have a Takato and you're able to play out a Gallantmon, that's just an extra body to help you move forward. And then on to the only other level 5 that we run, it's Black World Growlmon from EX4, so it also digivolves 3 from a level 4 with Growlmon in its name. Then when digivolving, trash the top 3 cards of both players' decks. Then choose any number of your opponent's Digimon so that their DP total is up to 3000 and delete them. Then for every 10 cards in both players' trash, add 2000 to the maximum this DP-based deletion effect can delete. So early game, this is going to only get rid of some of their smaller bodies, but let's say you end up getting 20 cards in each player's trash. That's a total of 40 cards total in trash. I mean, that's mid to late game, mostly late game. You're going to be able to delete something with 11,000 DP, any number of Digimon that add up to 11,000 DP. So this does become more and more powerful the later into the game that goes. And by deleting more cards, you end up putting more cards into the trash, just helping you reach your goal of just trashing cards in your opponent's security with your Gallantmon. So this is definitely helpful since this mills out a lot of your and your opponent's cards. So that's why we focus so much on running these that mill cards. And then for our top end, we're going to go ahead and run 3 of the Gallantmon from BT12. It has Raid, and then when digivolving, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 6,000 DP or less. And then when attacking, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 6,000 DP or less. And if no opponent's Digimon is deleted by this effect, trash the top card of your opponent's security stack. So I run 3 of this because this is one you really want to go into to be able to control the board, swinging through your opponent's stacks. And also when digivolving and when attacking, you're going to be able to get rid of your opponent's level 3s and 4s. And if you don't get rid of something while attacking, then you're able to trash one card, getting you closer and closer to winning the game. So definitely want to be seeing this. Great for controlling the board. The next Gallantmon that we run is Gallantmon from BT13. So it has Rush, and then also when you would play this card from your hand, if you have no Digimon, reduce the play cost by 2 for every 5 total cards in both players' trash. So as it reaches mid to late game, you're going to be able to get this card out for free. And so let's say your Mega or your stack gets wiped out, then you can go ahead and play this out for free. Rush, meaning you can attack the turn it's played, and then on play, when digivolving and when attacking, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 6,000 DP or less. If no opponent's Digimon was deleted by this effect, delete one of their Digimon with 13,000 DP or more. So if they have a level 6 or 7 with 13,000 DP, that's being trashed. Or if they have smaller bodies, you're going to be able to wipe out at least 2 of their bodies. So this is really, really, really good to run into. And not to run into, to run and also go into, especially if you do have your stack deleted. Then on one of, I run the Megidramon. So this card / Digimon is also treated as Chaos Gallantmon, so it is searchable by your Guildmon that searches out Gallantmons, as well as the Black Growlmon that searches your trash 4 cards with Gallantmon in its name. And then when digivolving, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 10,000 DP or less. If no Digimon was deleted by this effect, trash the top 5 cards of both players' decks. So again, this allows you to trash more and more cards, getting you closer to being able to just trash all of their cards when swinging with your Crimson mode. Then on deletion, you may play 1 Guildmon and 1 Tocado from your hand or trash without paying their memory cost. So again, getting extra bodies out, getting extra Tamers out for free is always useful. So I only run 1. You definitely can cut this for something else, but it does come in handy every now and then. And then the very last Mega that I run is Chaos Gallantmon from EX4. It digivolves 3 from a level 5 with War Growlmon in its name. Then from trash, end of your turn, by deleting one of your Digimon with Digivolution cards and Gallantmon in its name, you may play this card without paying the cost. Then on play, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 7,000 DP or less. For every 10 total cards in both players' trash, add 2,000 to the maximum this DP based deletion effect can delete. So similar to the War Growlmon, or the Black War Growlmon actually, whereas you can play this out and then delete a huge stack if it's mid to late game, if there's a lot of cards in both players' trash. So you really don't go too often into this, and this definitely can be cut for either an option card, another Tamer, or one of your other Digimon. I just run it in case you do end up seeing that large stack on your opponent's field and you have a body out on the field that you can go ahead and sacrifice for it. And this can always go and digivolve into your Crimson mode, so definitely not a terrible option to run. So that's why I run the 1 of. Now on to the level 7s. So I do run 3 of the Gallantmon Crimson mode from EX2. When digivolving, delete all your opponent's Digimon with the highest DP. Then when attacking, trash the top card of your opponent's security stack. Add 1 to the number of cards trashed by this effect for every 10 cards in your opponent's trash. So as you go on mid to late game, you're going to be at least hopefully knocking them down to, you know, 3 or maybe 2 security. And if you have trashed a lot of cards, you're going to be able to go into this. And if you have the Tocado out on the field, you're going to go ahead and be able to blitz, trashing the rest of the security, swinging for games. So the reason we run 3 is because you really want to see this. This is pretty much your win condition in the deck. So that's why we run 3. It is 6 to digivolve, so a little pricey, but that's a pretty standard cost for level 7s. Now for the Tamers, I'm going to go ahead and run 4 of the Tocados, similar to the other Gallantmon deck. You definitely want to see these. This allows you to pretty much gain a memory when one of your opponent's Digimon is deleted on your turn, and then also your turn when one of your Digimon would digivolve into a Digimon with Gallantmon or Grammon in its name. That Digimon gains Blitz for the turn. So again, if you do digivolve and the memory goes over, you're still able to swing, proccing off a lot of the deletion effects that some of the Gallantmons have, and also being able to go into your Crimson mode and swinging the turn you go into your Crimson mode. So you definitely want to either cheat this out for free or play this out for play cost of 3 if you don't have one out on the field, because this is going to allow you to reach your win con. Then I run 2 of the memory setters Tocado. So again, they set your memory. It's really good to be able to be at 3 memory for the rest of the game. Really helps you to make a lot more plays than you usually could, and then made once per turn by placing this Tamer and 1 Grammon and 1 War Grammon from your trash in any order as the bottom Digivolution cards of one of your Guilmon. That Digimon may digivolve into a Gallantmon in your hand for the cost, ignoring its level. So this Digimon digivolved by this effect gets 2000 DP for the turn. So pretty much gets you to warp digivolve. Just keep in mind that we are only running 4 War Grammons, and then I believe 6 or 7 Grammon. So you have a lot less targets to go into with this, but I mostly run it just to have the memory, and since it's a Tocado, I can cheat it out for free. And then the very last card that I do run is going to be Gravity Crush. So from BT1, main, gain 2 memory. At the end of the turn, lose 2 memory. So there are turns where you just need that extra memory, and it can win you the game sometimes. So you definitely can bump this up to 3 by cutting the Chaos Gallantmon or cutting something else. But this is a great card to run. And that's pretty much it. There's no other option card. You can cut some other cards for the Crimson Blaze. That's another great card to slow your opponent down or stop them from playing cards out for free. It really depends on your meta. This isn't some sort of meta deck. It's just a really fun deck to play. Don't expect us to take this out to a tournament and win and top. But it's definitely a fun deck you can play with your friends. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.